Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments. I don't have much to hype up the beginning of this because I have over 20 comments selected from, as you can tell on your screen, my PewdiePie video that I made last week. Let's just say the fanboy comments have been flooding in, and when you do anything that isn't 100% positive towards his fan base, you can expect the fanboy floodgates to open, and open they did. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the first comment. I'm not a 10-year-old fanboy. I'm a 17-year-old female who looks up to Pewdie. He shows a lot of his fans to do what you love, to do and don't let anything stand in your way. He inspires me to reach for the stars and don't look back. When I have sad or bad days to where I just want to rip my hair out, I turn on my computer and watch PewdiePie. He makes me smile and forget all about the bad things that goes on around me. I'm part of the bro army and I'm proud to say it. Bro fist, bro army will fight on, colon 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. That's great. I'm glad that people find inspiration and enjoyment in anything in life. Hey, it's a drab, dreary world. You've heard me say that 1,000 times. If this person honestly finds genuine entertainment in PewDiePie's product, then more the power to them. More the power to her. But when you get to the point that you sound so fanatical that you're standing up for this guy and sounding almost like he's a dictator. I mean, bro fist, bro army will fight on. You're 17 years old and you're talking like this about someone on the internet? Bro army will fight on? Fight on to what? What are you fighting? Oh my god. Okay, again, that's great that he inspires you and keeps you from ripping your hair out and all that, but let's just go on to the next comment. I love PewDiePie, and it is dumb that people like to down him. Yes, my guy's perfect. No one should ever speak anything bad about him. Just yeah, I got it. Next comment. Do you know why I hate you? Well, actually, I really don't care, but you're probably gonna tell me anyway. Anyway, not because you don't seem to like Pewdie. If you made a video about hating him, I wouldn't even care. Well, I kind of did make a video about why I dislike. But anyway, okay. But I do when you try to make lame reasons for us to not hate you for hating him. Okay. It seems like whatever he's doing, you would just pick on him. You just can't simply understand that he is a joker who loves to do what he's doing. Yet he gets paid with much money, but that's because he's struggling with his videos? Okay. Like if you're a pro at soccer, you will get much money. All right. There's a point in here somewhere, I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of words and sentences here, so there has to be a point here, right? I don't I guess I could try to dissect this. Do you know why I hate you? Again, like, I really don't care why you hate me, but you can feel free to say so. But apparently I'm making up lame reasons for everyone to hate me for hating him or something. I don't know. Why don't you guys try and figure out this? I'm tired of figuring out all these fanboy comments. So you know what? You guys, I'm going to leave this as an open-ended question here. You guys go ahead and figure out why, he gets paid for struggling to make his videos like, a soccer player gets much. I'm going on to the next comment. Why the heck is everyone hating? You opinion is your opinion. Keep it to yourself, like being told when you're younger. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. You don't need to say crap. Well, actually, go ahead and talk crap, because you guys talking crap is making him more famous, making him more money, and showing just how strong and dedicated his bro army is. Look at how many people love Pewdie and how many people hate him. The lovers are winning. The bro army will fight on, bro fist! All right. And I replied to this person. This type of logic scares me. It scares me that people actually say and believe this stuff. Your opinion is your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Basically, if you have something to say that basically contradicts what I say or is against what I say, you shouldn't say it at all because it is something that could possibly shed some negative light on what you are speaking about. And when I replied to this person, I brought up the reference of Jerry Sandusky. Now, no, I'm not saying anything PewdiePie did was on the level of Jerry Sandusky and the Penn State University child sex scandal and all that shit. What I'm saying is that was an instance where a lot of people, a lot of high up people, basically said, well, we don't really want to go public with this because it's gonna be a negative light and there's a lot of negative things to be said. Let's just not say anything at all. Like, that is the type of logic that helps propel instances like that. This is the type of logic and reasoning this person is using in their mind. And this is a dedicated PewdiePie fanboy with the bro army fighting on, bro fist. Gag me. You're mentally ill. I'm sorry. If you're believing what you are saying here, boo bear attack, then you're just mentally ill. And I'm sorry if some mentally ill people are offended to be, associated with this person. But anyway, it just scares me. It just scares me that people think like this and actually believe what they're saying here. Anyway, let's go on to the next comment. Thumbs up for PewdiePie. Thumbs down for Barles. Barles? Barrels! Oh, you're trying to say the word barrels there. Okay, all right. Well, here's a pro tip. If you're going to be part of a clique and they're going to have a little catchphrase to use to put other people down who, are against your master and all, you should probably spell the main word of the put down or catchphrase correctly. I mean, and it's barrels. Like, is that really that hard of a word? Anyways, I digress. Anyway, I also like to notice that even though PewdiePie fanboys were all over my video, like thumbsing down other people's comments and stuff, that this comment begging for thumbs up from PewdiePie fanboys ended up getting thumbs down into oblivion. So that's just so sad, and he's going to be crying barlays of tears. Anyways, let's go on to the next comment. What was the whole point of this video? I hope you scored enough brownie points in life trying to denounce a person publicly. Did you actually expect anyone to be perfect? Oh my god. What a shock you must have had. You're hating someone because they aren't perfect. You must hate everyone then. Well, I gotta admit, I do kind of hate humanity as a whole, and I, openly admit that I'll be, one of the few people cheering when that comet comes barreling towards the planet. And that's barreling, not barlering. Anyway, I guess I did score some brownie points by dissing this person publicly. And yeah, everyone isn't perfect, including myself. But the point is that this was a video I made that was backed up with information, thought, and logic of people like myself who don't see this guy as an end-all, be-all. And no, he's not perfect, and no one was claiming that PewdiePie was perfect. But here's the thing. There's things that people do in life, and then there's things that people do in life that just insult other people. This guy lying about money he quote-unquote hasn't ever seen before in order to get more money is something that goes a little bit beyond just saying, oh, okay, this person ain't perfect. It's downright sleazy. It's worthy of criticism. And that's why people like myself would speak out against someone like him. It's why people like myself would speak out against someone like his rabid fanboys. And when I say his rabid fanboys, one thing that I should have clarified in my previous video is that not all of his fan base is rabid fanboys. But that should pretty much just be a general understanding, because any fan base out there, including mine, has a sector of rabidness to it. It's just in this guy's case, well, he tends to have quite a bit more than most other people. But anyway, yeah, what a shock. He isn't perfect. Neither am I. I must hate everyone. I guess in some ways you can find something to hate on everyone. So thank you for doing nothing but stating the obvious. Let's go on to the next comment. Don't you feel a little silly spending your days just bitching and saying negative comments towards people you don't know? I don't quite understand what you are trying to achieve with these videos. Well, the logic is simple. I like doing what I do, and it's, something that takes very little time out of my day, even though you want to state that, I spend entire days on end. Or something like that PewdiePie video, it took me less than 20 minutes to shoot, and since I messed up the video file, it uploaded real quickly. That's why, by the way, you saw it render as a very low image quality, which was my bad. Sorry, it should have been in high def. But anyway, um, I like doing what I do, and what am I trying to achieve with these videos? Well, I'm someone that likes to speak out sometimes against the grain, or sometimes just, from my heart and what I feel passionate about. If you're going to criticize someone for saying what they want to say and enjoy saying, then what is the possible harm to that person? Like, why would that person be seen as, wasting their time? As far as me saying negative comments towards people I don't know, what does that matter if I know them or not? It's like, I have a lot of negative opinions about someone like Osama bin Laden. I don't know him, but is it okay if I have negative comments towards him? And yeah, I know Osama bin Laden's a lot different than PewdiePie, so don't, throw that at me. But you get my point. It shouldn't matter whether I know the person or not. If I see what they represent, and what basically is all their fans can see is what they see on the screen, which is the same thing that I can see, then I'm going to tell you if I have a negative opinion about them, and I don't see why that should be a bad thing. And if I feel someone is corrupting a fan base and potentially being harmful to their fan base in whatever trivial, menial way you want to see it as, then yeah, I'll speak out about it. And if you think it's something that I'm wasting my time in, then as PewdiePie would say, well, then you don't like it, don't watch it. See how retarded that sounds? Anyway, let's go on to the next comment. I love PewdiePie. If you don't like it, fuck you. When did I ever say, like, no one should like what PewdiePie makes? Like, I've never said anyone shouldn't like him. If you find him to be humorous and it's your cup of tea, then, more the power to you. I like how people come off at me like, hey, I like him. You got a problem with it? Well, no, I don't. I don't care. Anyway, next comment. Look bad? It's none of your bleeping business how much money PewdiePie makes. It only matters how much money you make. So haters, get a life and leave PewdiePie alone. Well, actually, it kind of is our business what PewdiePie makes. Whether you like to admit it or not, the issue at hand was about him telling a lie about quote-unquote money he hasn't seen, when there is insurmountable proof that shows he made a considerable amount more money than what he was quoting to claim that he hadn't seen. But anyway, believe whatever you want. If you're upset that people like us, like people like myself that have an opinion against PewdiePie for quote-unquote lying to his fan base just to basically line his pockets, then go ahead. Go ahead. Be a dissenting opinion against me. Now, the whole thing of like, get a life and leave PewdiePie alone. Why should we? Why should we? That is the big question that I would love for PewdiePie's fanboys to answer. Why should we leave PewdiePie alone? Simply because he's entertaining? simply because his fan base just is loyal to him, even though the majority of the people in the world don't even know who the hell he is. And the person from a couple comments ago, there's so many people that love him compared to hate him, when in reality it's really a drop in the bucket of the world's population. But anyway, why should we leave him alone? If we honestly feel he's doing things that are just, callous and just, potentially ripping off his fans, why should we leave him alone? Think about that. Oh, never mind. You won't be able to comprehend that. Your brains won't be. Anyway, next comment. I don't really see how he's making money is a problem. If him making money from his entertaining videos is so bad, then why aren't you making videos about people who make money singing? They make money from their talent, like his talent for making entertaining commentaries. So, I really don't see how his money is anyone's business. Boy, I could just reiterate all the points I made in the previous comment, and I just I kind of wonder like what video people are watching and why they don't understand how the problem isn't that he makes money off of his ability, his entertaining, ability and all this other stuff. But it's how and what specific ways he's made more money that was questionable. Again, if people can't understand a video and can't hear what I say, I really can't transcribe it any better. Because at no point did I say, oh no, he shouldn't be able to make money for his ability to make people laugh with his entertaining commentaries. When did I ever even remotely say anything like that? Holy shit, people, why? Why don't people open their ears and understand my videos? Anyway, just another typical fanboy comment in a person's mind that wanted to spin this to whatever logic they wanted to. Yada, yada, yada. Next comment. People are just jealous if they do stuff like this. Why spread stuff like this if there is no jealous behind it? Yes! Finally, we get the jealousy card! Oh, you fanboys never disappoint me. I always, always, always! Did I add enough emphasis on the always part? Anyway, it always comes down to the jealousy card. Yeah, PewDiePie, makes more money than I do on YouTube. He has a shit ton more fans than I do on YouTube. But if it was jealousy, when have I ever said anything along the lines of, God, I want to be making $1 million on YouTube. I want to have 3 million subscribers. That's jealousy. Oh my God, I'm so content with the audience I have here. I'm so content with the amount of money I make. So why spread stuff like this if there's no jealous behind it? How about this? People are just opinionated and they have the ability to speak their minds. Can it just possibly be something as simple as that? Of course not. It has to be jealousy. What else could it be, right? Anyway, let's just go on to the next comment. 20 min of my life wasted. I love this. This is the type of person I love. It's like, like I came to your video that you didn't ask or force me to come to, and I watched it in its entirety. Whose fault is that, douchebag? I got 20 minutes of your life. How do you like them apples? Next comment. Sir, you are clearly a hater. And, that's it? Such laziness. This is just lazy. Next comment. You use way too much time on something you don't like. Life is too short for that. I'm still here. I just thought it'd be ironic if I just did absolutely nothing and just wasted, some time of my life after reading the comment. So let's go on to the next comment. 20 minutes making this video, and you obviously spent a lot of time on Pewdie's channel. So again, why spend time on something you dislike? better watch something you enjoy, eh? Because it's not about the money, right? All right. Yeah, I spent 20 whole minutes on this video. Like, who doesn't have 20 minutes of their life to spare on something that, frankly, they enjoy doing? I enjoy making these videos and entertaining thousands of my fans. Like, sue me for wanting to be a source of entertainment and just, give them something fun to do in their day. Anyway, I obviously spend a lot of time on Pewdie's channel. What possible rationale do you use to come up with that? Like, I obviously spend a lot of time on Pewdie's channel. Have I like talked about the ins and outs of Pewdie's videos? Have I talked about something that can only be ascertained by watching Pewdie's videos? Like, where is this coming from? Like, truth be told, I've only watched 2 or 3 of his videos ever, and I pretty much got a gauge of me not willing to find enjoyment in watching future videos of his from those 3 videos. So why do I spend time on something I dislike? Because it's not much time at all, and it's not something I dislike. It's something that I intend to make something that many people will like, which is my videos for my subscribers here. So, better watch something I enjoy, eh? Well, I gotta watch a little something from something I dislike, to ascertain that I will dislike it. I know PewdiePie's logic and this fanboys get it wrapped up in his head of, if you don't like something, you don't watch it. Well, I'm sorry here, but here's a newsflash. You have to watch something, listen to something, view something in any way, shape, or form in order to know that you dislike it. If you like something sight unseen, that's being a judgmental cunt. Anyway, because it's about the money, right? Because it's not about the money, right? Okay, money is partly responsible for this, but if it was about the money here and why I made my videos and going after who I went after, I've been going after people on this website for years. Years before I ever made a penny on this website. So if it was always all about the money, why was I making content on this website for years on end for free? Free! Never mind. Fanboys' minds will never be able to comprehend that logic. Next comment. You are a white boy bitch, so fuck you, bro army forever! Huh. Well, it's different, I guess. I mean, I haven't seen any, fanboy comments like this before. It's different, right? Next comment. Musicians makes money too, so don't listen to them. It doesn't matter if they makes good music, right? God damn it, jealousy. God damn it, you pulled the jealousy card at the end. And your comment was idiotic. Anyway, musicians makes money too. Okay, yeah, they makes money too. I don't really see how that's relevant to this conversation, but I get how you're trying to say, well, clearly one form of entertainment makes money, and I'm hating on PewdiePie for his form of entertainment, so I shouldn't like them too, right? And if I do, it's jealousy. Folks, I don't know how many ways that I could, spell out to this person, what the actual thought process is and why I would dislike someone like PewdiePie, but my guess is no matter how many times I explain it and how many ways I explain it, she will never get it. She will never get it. So why should I even try? I mean, they pulled out the jealousy card at the end. What can I say to someone with such a mental blockade in their brain as this? There's nothing you can say. Which is why I'm going to go on to the next comment. Alright, people, let's end things here with a nice collection of just typical bullet point fanboy comments and just, sit here and just bask in their glory. Anyway, just read them, Archfiend. Anyway, PewdiePie is awesome no matter what anyone does or says. He is awesome. PewdiePie is awesome. If you can't see that, then don't freaking watch his vids. You all suck and Pewdie rules. And finally, we have you are a degenerate waste of human resource. Well, now, that's about as fine a collection as any as you're going to see these fanboy comments conclude with. I had to put all four of these together. Just the beautifulness, if that is such a word, the beautifulness of just exclaiming how awesome PewdiePie is. How we all suck if we have any sort of dissenting opinion against him. Don't be opinionated, people. Just like what popular people do. People that are popular are perfect. We need to just accept that. And we are jealous if we don't accept that. But, I dig these fanboy comments, and I want to thank the fanboys for leaving comments like this because my fans enjoy these Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments videos. I mean, I've been, making these for close to 2.5 years now, and it's just never gets old. So keep those fanboy comments coming. And thank you all for watching this video today. There's really not much else Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? What is... Oh, no. Oh, is that what I think it is? Oh, no. Oh, God, it is. Oh, shit. Just when I thought I was going to get through one of these Let's All Laugh at Fanboy Comments videos without getting a comment that says haters gonna hate. What are we to expect, people? I mean, PewdiePie's fanboys are just as cliche and lame as all the rest, and this is just case in point. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and I haven't made one of these in a long time for you, so this was a long time overdue. And PewdiePie fanboys, I love you all, especially you. Yes, the one pointing to your chest right now, you, but not you. Have a great day, folks. Girl fiend, is my dinner done yet?
Stop dicking around on YouTube and get a fucking job already.
Jesus Christ, haters gonna hate.
What did you just say?
Nothing, nothing.